Hello grade 10 learners and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Kung bago ka pala sa channel ko, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the post notification bell para updated ka every time na magpo-post ako ng bagong video. So for today's video lesson, I will be discussing you on how to expand binomials by applying the Binomial Theorem. So recall that a binomial is a polynomial of two terms. For example, we have here a binomial a plus b. So how are we going to expand binomial? By multiplying itself. For example, a plus b to the 6th power. You are going to expand the given binomial by multiplying a plus b by itself 6 times. So this will be the product or this will be the answer. So it seems na kung titingnan nyo ay parang sobrang hirap naman ata ng pag-multiply ng binomial by itself, lalo na kapag mataas yung exponent. And of course, in mathematics, so things makes easier kapag meron tayong ina-apply na mga theorems or meron tayong nadidiscover na patterns. So kaya naman, bago tayo mag-proceed sa binomial expansion ay i-observe muna natin itong patterns. So let us consider the binomial expansions of a plus b raised to n, where a plus b is any binomial and n is a non-negative integer. So let us search for patterns. So alamin natin ano ba yung mga ma-observe yung patterns. So a plus b raised to 0, that is 1. A plus b raised to 1, that is a plus b. Then a plus b squared, a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. A plus b cubed, a cubed, plus 3a squared b, plus 3ab squared, plus b cubed. A plus b to the 4th, a to the 4th, plus 4a cubed b, plus 6a squared b squared, plus 4ab cubed, plus b to the 4th. A plus b to the 5th, a to the 5th, plus 5a to the 4th b, plus 10a cubed b squared, plus 10a squared b cubed, plus 5ab to the 4th, plus b to the 5th. And last but not the least, a plus b to the 6th, a to the 6th, plus 6a to the 5th b, plus 15a to the 4th b squared, plus 20a cubed b cubed, plus 15a squared b to the 4th, plus 6ab to the 5th, plus b to the 6th. So some patterns in the expansion are the following. So let's have the first pattern. There are n plus 1 terms in the expansion. Thus, a binomial raised to the 7th power has 8 terms in the expansion. So, mag-a-add lang tayo ng plus 1. For example, a plus b squared. So, therefore, yung product is consisting of 3 terms because 2 plus 1 is 3. So, you have here 1, 2, 3. So, kapag naman a plus b cubed, that is 3 plus 1. So, you have 4 terms. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, mabibilang natin yung terms because it is separated by plus or minus sign. So that is the first pattern. For example, we are going to expand a plus b to the 10th. So therefore, how many terms are there in the expansion? So there are 11 terms. So yun yung ating first observation. Second observation natin, the sum of the exponents of a and b in any term is n. Again, the sum of the exponents of a and b in any term is n. Then, third pattern, the exponents of a start with n and decrease to 0, while the exponents of b start with 0 and decrease to n. But since any term raised to 0 is 1, the last term has no factor a and the first term has no factor b. For example, dito tayo sa a plus b to the 5th. So, ito daw ating first term na a ay mag-start daw sa to the 5th power, then decreasing up to the 0. So, you have here a to the 5th, a to the 4th, a cubed, a squared, a, and 0. So, wala na ditong a. While yung ating second term ay mag-start sa 0, then up to n. So, wherein yung ating n ay 5. So, you have here 0, b, b squared, b cubed, b to the 4th, b to the 5th. Again, yung mga patterns na na-observe natin ay very important kapag nag-expand na tayo ng binomial. So, that is our third pattern. For our last pattern, the coefficients have symmetry to them. They follow what is known as the Pascal's Triangle. So again, when we say Pascal's Triangle, sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam, di ba mapapansin nyo, nakabuo tayo na dito ng triangle. And symmetrical daw. So there is a symmetrical pattern. So it is a very interesting arrangement of the binomial coefficients. So ipapakita ko sa inyo yung Pascal Triangle by listing down the coefficients of the expansion in a triangular array. So dito sa ating fourth pattern, we're talking about the coefficients. So ito yung mga numbers accompanied with the given variable. So ang tawag natin doon ay Pascal's Triangle. So it is named after Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician in the 17th century who studied many of the triangle's properties and patterns. So ngayon ay ililista natin lahat ng coefficients of the expansion in the triangular array. So sinabi doon na the coefficients have symmetry with one another. So ang coefficient ni a plus b raised to 0 ay 1. And then a plus b raised to 1 is 1 and 1. And then a plus b squared is 1. Then 1 plus 1 is 2. Then 1. So mapapansin nyo, yung una at hulihan ay always equal to 1. Then 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. Then 1. Then 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 1 is 4. And then 1. Again, importante ulit itong mga coefficients kapag nag-expand na tayo ng binomial. Then you have here 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 4 plus 6 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. 4 plus 1 is 5. Then 1. Then last, a plus b to the 6th. You have here 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 5 plus 10 is 15. 10 plus 10 is 20. 10 plus 5 is 15. Then 5 plus 1 is 6. And then 1. So this is the Pascal's Triangle. So obviously, there are always 1s on the two sides. So mapapansin nyo, laging merong 1 sa dalawang sides. To find the numbers in the next, kailangan lang natin siyang i-add. So, mapapansin nyo, para makuha natin yung susunod, ay kailangan lang nating i-add. So, kagaya nito. So, in-add natin yung 1 and 3. Kaya nakuha natin si 4. In-add natin si 3 and 3, kaya nakuha natin si 6. Halimbawa ito, 4 and 6. In-add natin para makuha natin si 10. So, that goes with the others. So, clearly, each number in the next row except the ones on the side can be found by adding the two numbers above it. So, of course, if we are going to continue, for example, we have here a plus b to the 7th. So, 1. Then just add 1 plus 6 is 7. 6 plus 5 is 21. 15 plus 20 is 35. 20 plus 15 is 35. 15 plus 6 is 21. 6 plus 1 is 7. And then 1. At sinasabi doon sa ating pattern ay symmetrical. So, kapag hinati nyo siya sa gitna, halimbawa ito. So, 3, 3, 1, 1. So, ito yung kanyang gitna. So, you have here 4, 4, 1, 1. So, ito yung kanyang pinakagitna. So, you have here 10, 10, 5, 5, 1, 1. So, ito yung center. 15, 15, 6, 6, 1, 1. So, ito yung pinaka-center, 35, 21, 7, and 1. So, yun yung sinasabi natin sa pattern number 4. Now, what is a binomial theorem? So, it states that for any binomial a plus b and any natural number n, a plus b raised to n equals c sub 0, a raised to n, b raised to 0, plus c sub 1, a raised to n minus 1, b raised to 1, plus c sub 2, a raised to n minus 2, b squared, plus ellipsis, plus c sub n minus 1, a raised to 1, b raised to n minus 1, plus c sub n equals to a raised to 0, b raised to n. So, etong expression na to, yung kanina lang na-observe nating pattern, wherein etong mga c, ito yung mga coefficients doon sa ating Pascal triangles. And then, yung ating namang exponent ng ating first term ay kung ano yung ating exponent dito sa binomial expression. So, doon siya mag-start up to 0. And then, sabi naman ay mag-start sa 0 up to doon sa pinaka-highest or kung ano yung exponent nitong sa binomial expansion. So, that is your n. Where the number of c sub 0, c sub 1, and c sub 2 ellipsis c sub n are from the n plus 1 row of the Pascal's triangle, and c sub 0 equals to c sub n equals to 1. So, kailangan lang natin maalala yung anong mga coefficients yung gagamitin natin. So, ngayon ay mag-solve na tayo ng binomials na i-expand natin. Let me say, expand x minus y to the fourth. So, ang gagawin dito, x minus y times x minus y. Tapos yung product doon, i-multiply ulit sa x minus y. And then, yung product noon, ita-times ulit sa x minus y because we need to multiply x minus y by itself 4 times. But, by applying the binomial theorem, so mas madali natin makukuha yung product ito. So, paano yun? Since ang a natin ay x, so this will be our first term, at ang ating b ay negative y. So, notice na ang sign ng ating binomial ay minus sign. So, therefore, yung ating sign sa pinaka-product ay alternate negative, positive, negative, positive, or minus, plus, minus, plus. And n equals to 4 because our exponent is 4. So, we use the fifth row of the Pascal's triangle. Ano yung gagamitin natin? 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Again, ang gagamitin natin yung fifth row of the Pascal's triangle wherein it is raised to 4. So, that is 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. So, therefore, x minus y raised to 4 equals, so mag-start tayo sa x to the 4th. So, ang ating first term ay x to the 4th. And then, so we will be starting with our first term, x raised to n. So, we have here x raised to 4. Plus, our coefficient is 4. Then, bawasan lang natin ton. So, magiging x cube. And then, negative y. Plus, yung ating coefficient is 6. Then, bawasan lang natin. So, magiging x squared times negative y squared. Plus, coefficient natin 4. So, ito ay magiging x na lang. Times negative y cube. Plus, negative y to the 4th. Again, so in-apply lang natin dito yung mga patterns na na-observe natin or by applying the binomial theorem. So, first term natin ay x to the 4th. So, you have here x to the 4th, x cubed, x squared, x. And then, yung ating second term na negative y. So, you have here negative y, the quantity negative y squared, the quantity of negative y cubed, and the quantity of negative y to the 4th. And then yung mga coefficient natin, 1, 4, 6, 4, and 1. And then we just combine. So we have here x to the 4th. And then, ang sign natin ay negative. So positive times negative is negative. 4x cubed y. And then, plus 6x squared y squared. So minus, plus, then minus 4x y cubed. And then, plus y to the 4th. So that's it. So that will be our answer again. Kapag ang sign ng ating binomial ay negative, so our final answer should be minus, plus, minus, plus. So alternate lang yung negative and positive. So let's quantity of 2x plus 3y to the 5th. So therefore, our first term, a equals to 2x. And then our b is 3y, our n is 5. So we use the 6th row of the Pascal's triangle because that is n plus 1, that is 6. So therefore our coefficients are 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. So, 2x plus 3y to the 5th. We have here our first term, the quantity of 2x to the 5th, plus our coefficient 5, times the quantity 2x to the 4th, times the second term, 3y, plus the coefficient 10, times the quantity 2x cubed, then 3y squared, plus our coefficient 10, then times the quantity 2x squared, times the quantity 3y cubed, plus 5 times the quantity 2x times the quantity 3y to the 4th, plus 3y to the 5th. So again, i-review lang natin. So, yung ating first term na 2x to the 5th. So, 2x yung ating first term. So, nag-start tayo dito sa n na 5. So, 2x to the 5th. And then, 2x to the 4th. 2x cubed, 2x squared, 2x, and then 0. And then, doon naman tayo sa second term na 3y. So, that is 3y. 3y squared, the quantity 3y squared, the quantity 3y cubed, the quantity 3y to the 4th, and 0. Coefficients, 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. And then let us simplify. Equals. So 2 to the 5th. So when you say 2 to the 5th, you need to multiply 2 by itself 5 times. That is 2 times 2, 4, times 2, 8, times 2, 16, times 2 is 32. So that is 32 x to the 5th plus 5. I-simplify muna natin to. So 2 to the 4th, that is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So that is 16 times 16 x to the 4th 3y plus 10 times 2 cubed is 8 x cubed times 3 squared is 9y plus 10, 2 squared is 4, then x squared times 3 cubed, 3 times 3, is 9 times 3 is 27. So 27y cubed plus 5 times 2x times 3 to the 4th. So 3 to the 4th. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27 times 3 is 81. So we have here 81 y to the 4th plus, so 3 to the 5th is 3 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27 times 3 is 81 times 3 is 243 y to the 5th. And then to simplify, so we just multiply all the coefficients. So that is 32x to the 5th plus 16 times 5 is 80. Again, 16 times 5 is 80 times 3 is 240. X to the 4th y plus 10 times 8 is 80 times 9 is 720. X cubed y squared. Again, I forgot here to write squared. Then plus 10 times 4, 40 times 27 is 1080. X squared y cubed plus 5 times 2 is 10 times 81 is 810. X y to the 4th plus 243 y to the 5th. So, yun nga lang, katulad ng kanina, medyo nagkamali ako dito. Nakalimutan ko yung y squared. You have to be careful in writing the exponent and multiplying the coefficient raised to an exponent. So, i-double check natin yung ating answer. You have here 32x to the 5th, 240x to the 4th y, 720x cubed y squared, 1080x squared y cubed, 810xy to the 4th, and 243y to the 5th. So, x to the 5th, x to the 4th, cube squared, x 0, y squared, y cubed, y to the 4th, and y to the 5th. So, that's it. So, for your activity, so try to answer this one. X plus y to the 5th and 3x minus 4 to the 4th. And i-comment nyo sa baba yung inyong final answers. So, I hope that you learned something today. So, yun nga lang, medyo mahaba talaga siya. Again, so, i-review lang natin yung ating final answer para hindi tayo magkamali. So, don't forget to share it with others. So, see you on our next video lesson and thank you for watching.